You're looking at Bagel. Just one of the many dogs available for adoption at Pups on Parade. Here, coming up at Doc's Watering Hole in Sierra Vista on Saturday. Here from 11 until 2 at Doc's Watering Hole. We got Victoria right in the middle here from Doc's Watering Hole joining us. And to my right, the president of the Sierra Vista, Friends of the Sierra Vista Animal Shelter, Dion. Dion, of course, with the Sherry Ethell team along Realty. And then, of course, we've got Marlene.
Yeah, so animal control officers, volunteers, all be out there, but the more important thing is that the dogs are going to be out there. They're going to come out of the show and kind of show off their little tail wags and their licks and their, cute little walks, and people will get to, see them firsthand and take advantage of the opportunity that they're going to be sponsored and hopefully get them adopted.
So amazing. We actually got 40 dogs sponsored. So that's 10 show dogs and 30 dogs that will still be at the shelter, but we'll showcase them at the event. And they're all adoptable. And these shelter dogs are sponsored, so they're covered, and you can basically adopt them for free.
Yeah, right. So all the expenses are covered here.
Yes.
And those expenses, that includes the sterilization, microchipping, rabies vaccination, the parvo vaccine, bordetella vaccine, exam, fecal test. All of that is included. So you're pretty much taking just a pup ready to go home, or a dog ready to go home. And actually, Sid is also sponsoring some dog training lessons. So you're adopting a dog that's sponsored, not only for their adoption fee and their vet care, their initial vet care, but also training.
Yeah, big shout out to Brittany at Sit Means Sit. We really appreciate her. And although she's not going to be at the event this year, they've got another thing going on at the same time, some other training going on, but she did want to extend that, and it's a really great service to the community to be able to get that training. So we're super grateful for their contribution. And another shout out to all the people who have helped either sponsor a dog, sponsor a show dog, or to come out and bring a basket for our silent auction. We're going to have an amazing silent auction, all kinds of goodies there to bid in on, and throughout the event from the beginning to the end, and then we're going to give those to the lucky winners. So it'll be a lot of fun, and we have some awesome food, right? You want to talk about the food?
So I actually had a chef come down from Tucson, and he showed me how to make Sonoran dogs.
Oh yes.
So that's a hot dog. Excuse me, the hot dog wrapped in bacon.
Yeah.
And so I got a actual chef to show me how to do that, and we're gonna display that on this Saturday.
Sherry is super excited about that. Yeah, I think we all are.
I'm excited now. That's exciting. So not only are we gonna have live dogs, but we're gonna have hot dogs.
That's right.
And this is a family-friendly event, right,
It is.
Victoria? So you can bring your kids down there. Yes, there are drinks. Those are not allowed down onto the pup pageant area. You got to stay inside or on the patio, right?
That's correct, yes.
If you're going to have a drink, but you can definitely come down and watch the show. Go back and get you something to drink, get you something to eat. There's going to be food, amazing music. We're going to have some stuff on the dance floor. I think we're going to have a vendor and some other things there. You'll be there as well, Arlene, right?
Well,
with your ACOs for...
Yes, during intermission also we're going to have our volunteers talk about our Dogs Playing for Life play group sessions, and we may have also a special guest, Stephen from Run Dogs Run, during the intermission. So that'll be really, really fun.
Oh, that'll be cool. And we're also going to we're inviting them back. The winner, the show dog, the #1 dog in last year's show, they're actually showing up because that dog, believe it or not, sponsored another dog. And so they've done it in the dog's name, and they're going to sponsor, but they're going to talk about the success story because we got so many adopted last year.
We actually, Aaron and I adopted one of the dogs. The dog was called Spider. We renamed her, and her name is Kalua. And we took her to Sit Means Sit for the 2-hour voucher, and she's just a wonderful dog. And all of these dogs really need a home.
Yeah, we're hoping that all of them
will
get. We've had an enormous amount of people coming down and adopting dogs, so that's awesome. It's a great problem to have that there's few dogs in here. We were able to sponsor every single dog in the whole shelter, but we definitely want to try to get all of those to their forever homes, and hopefully find them that special home that they can have a loving place to go to and out of the shelter. We love the shelter. No offense,
No,
Arlene.
it's
We love you
It's all good.
and love the shelter, and they do such great work here. And the ACOs here are amazing. All the people who volunteer here are amazing. But we really want to try to find these homes. So if you're looking for a dog, now's the time. And come to Pups on Parade Saturday, and this will be from 11 to 2 at Doc's Watering Hole.
1959 Frontage Road here in Sierra Vista. Talk about the schedule. How will the schedule run from 11 to 2 on Saturday for folks watching?
So just want to throw out a special thanks to all the folks at the Friends of the Sierra Vista Animal Shelter. They're helping set up, along with Arlene's crew, and we've got a bunch of military folks who are doing their community service time there. We're going to have 15 guys and gals helping us set up, and so we're going to do that just before the event opens at 11. And then at 11, we're going to kick off the auction, so you can kind of peruse all that stuff, check in with the vendor, talk to Arlene and her team about dogs available, be able to look at all the dogs that are on display there, look through the book that will be on display there, and then we'll start our event sometime probably within the first hour of our show, maybe a half hour later, give everybody time to get in, get seated, but definitely within the hour we'll begin Pups on Parade, the actual show part of it, and we're gonna we'll do some parading of the dogs. We'll talk about each one of the dogs and a little bit about their background, and then we'll actually start the show. We've got some judges, and they'll give some judges like Arlene was talking about, best wiggle butt and all those kinds of things, and so it'll be some fun awards for them, and then we'll do a little intermission. And we'll do a little intermission, and we'll be taking a break to see some cool demonstrations, but also to see the last year's show dog, and just talk a little bit about the programs here available for training and whatnot. And then that'll give the judges enough time to kind of tally up some of that beginning results. Then we'll walk the dogs out, show everybody again. They'll do some strutting around. And then we'll start with the awards ceremony and getting the awards dished out to each one of them. And we'll then kind of close out that part of the show, and then go into the auction, and we'll start giving out those auction items. So we'll call out the last call for the auction items, and there's some really cool stuff in there. So definitely come out. We're also going to have the Marlboro Man is going to be there, one of the original Marlboro men from the 70s. He'll be there, and he'll be there with a signed display. It's kind of got the shirt that he was wearing, and some of the pictures and stuff from the old days, and kind of just some memorabilia. So if you're looking for something like that, that'll be in the auction items, and he'll actually take a picture with you and sign the whole thing. So it's really kind of going to be neat. But lots of fun stuff, and it's for the dogs. It's for a great cause. This all goes to the Friends of the Sierra Vista Animal Shelter. All the funds donated will be used for the year's, spay and neuter clinics, the vaccine clinics, all those kinds of things for emergency pet services. When a dog gets hit by a car, a stray dog out there, it's us who work with Arlene and her team to get that dog nursed back to health, and then to make sure that we never euthanize in the area with for a lack of space. We want to make sure that we always have space. So in those busy months when we're really full, we might actually have to board them somewhere, and again, Friends steps in and takes care of that. But we couldn't do it without you. So come down, make a donation, come enjoy the show, buy some food and drink. We're gonna donate
a percentage of all sales,
and we're gonna match it with the Sherry Ethell team. So we'll throw in some additional funds on top of everything.
And that's really exciting, because if you look at our parking lot today, if you look at the line of folks that are out there, the reason why we're so busy is because today we started selling the next vouchers or the vouchers for the next spay neuter clinic, which is covered by the Friends of the Sierra Vista Animal Shelter. The customer is only paying $20 for this voucher, and but the sterilization, microchip, and rabies vaccine is covered 100%.
What does that normally cost?
Oh my gosh, and it depends on the veterinarian.
Yeah.
It depends on the size of the animal.
Okay.
But you got to think about somewhere between, let's say, 150. I'm thinking of a male cat. So between 150 to hundreds of dollars, $300,
wow.
$400, $500.
So that's a huge
Yeah.
savings.
It's
So, yeah,
giant
it is.
savings.
It is
It's a
giant savings.
And again, this is a community effort, right? So we get all those contributions all year long to help give back into the community. None of us get paid. We just push that money right back into the pool so that these dogs can get the health care that they need and to find a good home that they can go to and enjoy themselves. And so that's what it's all about, people helping people and people helping pets, and we all work together, so it all comes around back to the community.
And there's still a need. I mean, before we opened the doors, we already had enough people to sell out for today's vouchers. So then later on, we'll be selling vouchers for clinics, let's say for clinics in 2025. And we are always getting phone calls, people always asking, when is your next voucher sale? There is a need. So we do really take advantage of the contribution that the friends are making, which comes from the contributions that you're making.
Right. Yeah, it all goes to a great cause. And we know there's plenty of causes out there that you could get involved with, but we really do appreciate your contributions for this really meaningful event and for this meaningful cause that we have out here and the need for